It's out in the open, and it's hard to ignore any longer. It used to be that good, heartfelt, and open conversation could alleviate some of the tension and build bridges that separated us. Not anymore. Today, sides are retreating to their respective corners and digging in. No conversation necessary. What's the point? Open minds aren't being changed anymore. There's no reason anymore to see the other's point of view. Any sign of willingness to negotiate or compromise is viewed as weakness. In today's climate, the willingness to negotiate and listen is an area of attack, not the beginning of learning, understanding, and solutions. Let me say that I do believe healing is possible. I must believe that all those that came before us of all races who fought for equality and peace have not done so in vain. But it will take work, more so than ever before. Metaphorically, I believe that healing will come with all of us working together, creating the perfect sculpture from a block of granite. All of us who love each other and this nation are all master craftsmen. We all must take a turn with the chisel and hammer. Not only must we all take a turn, but we all must invest with sweat and commitment. For if we invest nothing, we stand to lose everything. Every society on both sides of the table have a small segment of those who unfortunately were born and raised under an atmosphere and tutelage of hate and bigotry. We already know those are the ones who will stand on the sidelines teasing and taunting those of us who want to make a difference. In this country, it is their right to do so. We would just pick up the slack and chip away at their portions also. I know in my heart that police officers have an amazing and difficult job. Every day they go to work, whether it's in a big city, a suburban town, or anything in between, they and their families never know if they will return. In one day or night shift, one officer can experience every hair-raising emotion any human can endure. They are expected to make hundreds of split-second decisions, with every one of those decisions bearing the responsibility and the weight of himself, his family, the community, local government, and the national profession as a whole. One wrong decision out of those 1,000 correct ones can completely change everything for generations, and sometimes, unfortunately, for life. I also know in my heart that the vast majority of police officers are caring individuals wanting to make a difference, breaking a sweat, and taking their rightful turn with a chisel and hammer, just like in every society. Just like in every society, we have those officers who will not. And while society is pointing fingers at the ones who are not taking their turn, the majority of officers is working at what seems to them to be a constant uphill and losing battle, picking up the slack, yet unappreciated, while also being accused themselves of being on the sidelines. I also believe that a man or woman of color should be able to walk the streets of this country without their families also not knowing if they will ever return. I do not believe that these incidents are happening more today than in the past. I just believe that in today's technical and social media environment, they are being documented, whereas before they were not. Listen, I know we have issues in our communities. We can be reminded of these issues every day by turning on Fox News. They gladly remind us statistically every day of the ills of our communities of color, just as I can turn to MSNBC and be told all is well and all our problems are the other guy's fault. But we do not have to run to our perspective corners on these issues. I still believe in communication. I still believe in an open mind that can be changed or at least negotiated with. There are laws, testing, and agreements that can begin to build those bridges. Most of all, at the very least, to begin, we need those willing to take their turn with the chisel and hammer. As the only African American on council, I felt it was my duty to speak out in some small way not only for support of our police officers, but also for the black community as a whole. It does not have to be one or the other. We don't have to run to our perfected corners. It can be all exclusive. Thank you.
Councilor Paez?
I would like and I will request if everybody look in this and try to come from this case.